People with autism, as has been shown by several studies and findings, do not generally experience mental retardation or language delay. The real problem they encounter is their difficulty integrating into our society. It is therefore the duty of institutions welcoming people with autism to first understand the traits and consequences that autism can cause. Hypersensitivity to certain noises or lights. A sense particular elocution, tone of voice, prosody, tendency to very formalized language. A sense the propensity for repetitive behaviors, almost monomaniacal interests. A sense physical clumsiness, for example dysgraphia, a disorder that affects handwriting in its outline. A sense the tendency to withdraw and the difficulty in initiating communications or expressing their emotions, which complicates their social relationships. A sense resistance to change and anxieties that may arise from it. Recruiting an employee with a disability related to autism is an atypical resource that can bring significant benefits to the company. Despite often very difficult job interviews, people with autism have very positive characteristics such as they are meticulous, perfectionist, diligent in executing directives, passionate and honest. A sense it is really difficult for an autistic person to sell himself, unable to realize his strengths. He finds them normal, whereas compared to the norm they are very high. A sense an autistic person does not like failure and will do everything to try to succeed in everything they do. So she is persistent, she says what she thinks, has little or no prejudice, racism, sexism, etc. She can evolve, compensate for her shortcomings and improve her behavior if those around her help her and if she is given the means. A sense they also have analytical thinking, impeccable honesty, and extraordinary logic and memory. A supervisor or colleague working with an autistic person should pay attention to. Favor instructions and writing. A sense entrust them with specific tasks. Establish a clearly defined work plan, with specific and achievable objectives. Vagueness, ambiguity, last-minute changes destabilize them. A sense anticipate their agenda as much as possible, plan what can be planned, and avoid last-minute changes. A sense clearly rank their priorities and frame them in a structured way. A sense allow them to work in a quiet environment. A sense accept their remarks that are sometimes too direct and understand that they are incapable of expressing their thoughts in a nuanced way. A sense on the contrary, be nuanced in reproaching them, and be generous in encouragement. A sense fairly light support from a mentor can also be remarkably effective. Here are some tips to facilitate employment and exchanges with people with autism. You will have to start by adapting the job interview to the candidate. The CV will be studied with the same requirements, but also with the same open-mindedness as that of other candidates without disabilities. However, the recruiter will have to disregard certain behavioral elements during the interview with an autistic candidate such as posture, voice intonation, stress management, etc. Get up to the level of the autistic person and face-to-face to communicate. A sense wait until she is available before talking to her. A sense speak slowly and explicitly. A sense avoid multiple instructions, which combine several tasks. Use simple instructions emphasizing the important words. A sense repeating the same words in different contexts. A sense allow time for the person to answer a question or understand a given instruction. A sense avoid repeating the same instructions over and over again. A sense use visual aids. A sense adjust your language level to that of the autistic person. A sense exaggerate expressions and exclamations. A line manager in a company welcoming people with autism can find a wealth of documents and reports on the internet and from specialized associations and institutions to find out how to welcome, communicate and work with these people. There is also training that he can follow to go even further and help these people to integrate professionally and give the best of themselves.